Impression management. What is impression management? It is also called self-presentation. It is the conscious and subconscious process in which people attempt to influence others' perception about a person, object, or event by regulating and controlling the information in social interaction. There are some tactics of impression management that we will do one by one. Those are conformity, excuses, apologies, acclaiming, flattery, favors, and association. Conformity. Conformity is basically agreeing with another's opinion to get their approval. This means that you have to behave according to a socially accepted group or a socially accepted conformations. Conformity is the act of basically matching the attitude, belief, and behavior of some group norm so that it is a type of social influence that involves you to fit yourself into a group. This change is a response to some real or imagined group pressure. Excuses are the explanations of a predicament, or you can say creating an event aiming at minimizing the apparent severity of the predicament. Excuses can be avoided, but sometimes there are situations where you have to create some excuses. Well, excuses seek to lessen the blame attaching to, or you try to justify a fault or an offense. It is basically when you want to release yourself from some duty or requirement. An explanation offered as a reason for being excused. It can be a plea offered in extenuation of a fault, or it can to release some obligation, promise, etc. Apologies. Apologies are admitting the responsibility for an undesirable event and simultaneously seeking to get a pardon for the action. Acclamations. It is basically explanation of favorable events to maximize the desirable implication for oneself. Flattery. It is basically used by most of the people in the organization. Complimenting others on their virtues in an effort to make oneself appear perspective and likable. There are some situations where you have to offer some favor, and there are people who does that, like doing something nice for someone to gain that person's approval. Enhancing or protecting one's image by managing the information about people and things with which one is associated is association.